Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Streamer Showcase! Welcome, everyone, damn it, to another edition of the Streamer Showcase. And this episode had to be with the homie himself, OneMicSchein. That's my guy right there. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, doing good. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me be here today.
Yeah, good to have you on, man. How you been?
Just hanging out, streaming, doing those sort of things, working, school, all sorts of that sort of thing.
Nice, nice. What school do you go to, if you don't mind me asking?
Uh, I go to Oklahoma State University, currently studying marketing.
Nice.
Yep. And I want to do something into gaming once I get out of college. I want to be able to still stay in the gaming realm, but still do like a corporate job within it.
Dope. I like that. Okay. Cool. So when you graduate college, maybe if I'm a big time streamer, I might need you to do some marketing for me, if that works.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, dude. So how it works, if you're living under a rock, this is probably the most popular podcast in the universe. Suck it, Joe Rogan. How the Streamer Showcase works is I'm going to ask Mr. OneMicSchein right here 10 gaming and streaming related questions. Then I'm going to hit him with 15 rapid fire speed round questions. And then he has agreed to the 5 bonus edgy questions. Are you ready, my good sir?
Yes, sir.
Number 1, what moment in your life made you want to turn on the camera and start streaming?
Well, actually, that's a funny story. I've actually held 3 Twitch streams my entire life. So my first Twitch stream was Money Spree 18, and I was about 12. That was the first. Yeah, I was 12 years old when I did my first Twitch stream, and that didn't work out at all. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about the space. I was just like, who was I watching at the time? I think it was like FaZe Pomage or something, and I was like, hey, I can do that, And then yeah, didn't do anything with it. And then the second Twitch stream I did was mid junior year of high school, summer. I started Vorse Audio, and that gained a little bit of traction, but it wasn't. I still didn't understand the space that much. And then COVID hit. I got sent home. Was tired of doing nothing, and so I was like, I kind of want to stream again. Started OneMicSchein. Now we're here.
Nice, dude. I commend you for doing that at 12, dude. That's crazy. I wish we can go into like the fucking Twitch data bank and
Yeah,
see that stream. Do you remember what you were playing?
Fortnite. I think no, I don't. I think I was playing something on the Wii. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I think
Streaming from the Wii.
something. Yeah,
How
it was
how exactly did you do it? So did you have a
Elgato.
PC?
No, I didn't know Elgato. I just hooked it up
You
to my
did.
yeah, I had hooked it up to my laptop. It did not run good at all.
Okay. That's funny, dude. Wait, so how old are you now?
21.
21. Nice.
Yeah, almost 10 years.
Wow, dude. Holy shit. Okay. Let's see. Number 2. What is the most satisfying thing about streaming?
Meeting new people. I've gathered a lot of one of my closest friends, and a lot of the people that I surround myself now with aren't IRL. They're more of on these video games and on these, platforms, because I feel like I get a sense of just I can be myself without having to put a cover over, because I feel like you have two personas, right? Where it's like when you're around your friends, you act a certain way. When you're not around your friends, you act a certain way. It's
Sure.
like, so when I'm on stream, I can just be myself and not have to be I guess a little bit more edgy and just kind of just chill.
Right. Yeah, I'm
So
I'm
yeah,
I'm the same way. Like when I'm around like my real life buddies, I'm a completely different like person. Like maybe it's kind of like what I am on stream. Like I kind of goof around and stuff like that. But like when I'm not around them and when I need to turn up the professionalism, like I turn that shit up and I fucking enunciate and all that shit. And my girl can't fucking stand that shit. She's like, dude, you fucking you talk like you're a father and you enunciate too much. I'm like, what?
yeah.
But yeah, okay, cool. All right, here we go. Number 3, Apex Legends is oversaturated on Twitch, and the chances to genuinely grow your Twitch channel are slim to none. What are you prepared to do to grow, or do you just stream for fun?
Well, really, I don't totally agree with that because like a lot of people like my audience, I've literally grasped my whole entire audience off of Apex. Like from meeting people in the games to like talking to people outside, like most of the people I've met in my streamer community right now is from Apex. So like I feel like it's just a way of like it is a saturated game and you won't blow up off of it. And so a way to get out of that would be to go to a less saturated game, also known as Conan Exiles. If you haven't heard of it,
Yeah,
definitely go check it out.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. I saw you playing it.
yeah, and then but with Apex, you can get that viewership, you can get that community. You just have to like put in the effort in each game and get to know your teammates, get to like grow a relationship with those people and
Right.
that they'll keep coming back to you if you keep, engaging with them.
Are you nice
Kinda
at
like a,
Apex?
"Oh, I'm alright." I wouldn't toot my own horn a little bit, but, I'm
Okay.
alright.
So when it comes to like this whole streaming shit, like what's your end game?
Full time, for sure.
Yeah.
I wanna do this full time.
You know you would have to get away from Apex completely to do that.
Oh, 110%, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that the reason I play Apex and the reason I have been is because of, like, competing and how, like, saturated esports is right now
Okay.
with that game. And so, with that being said, I wanna do something outside of gaming with full time, but I also wanna do, like, esports.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, if I don't make streaming a career, I can still make gaming a career with, like, my skill.
Yeah, I mean if you're getting your degree in marketing, you can still be in the gaming industry. It doesn't have to necessarily mean that you're a gamer. I mean, you can do
Right,
that
right.
on you can do that on your downtime, but there's a market for that shit, homie.
Oh,
You
yeah, yeah.
you could probably make more money doing that than being an actual fucking streamer. And I mean,
Yeah.
everybody wants to be a streamer. So like Joe Schmo's fucking kid wants to fucking stream Fortnite. Everybody wants to be a streamer nowadays.
Yeah, I think it's just like it depends. Like everybody wants to be a streamer, but it's like how like I see so many people start streaming and then they just leave,
Yeah,
and it's like, damn, like
yeah,
do you really want to be a streamer at that point?
yeah.
You know?
That was almost me. You saw that. I
Yeah, I mean
took a
it's
long
just
time
like
off.
yeah, I mean it's just do you really like how much effort are you willing to put in? And I feel like a lot of people don't see that. Like they think that Twitch is just hitting a live button every day.
No,
And that's it. It's like,
absolutely
"Oh,
not.
all you do is hit a live button and read chat all day for 6 hours a day," and it's like, "Yeah, what do I do after that? I'm making clips, I'm editing videos,
Right.
I'm staying up till almost 5 AM almost every night doing all these content stuff that I have to do to make sure that my space blows up," which TikTok is not the place to do that,
What
in my
you
opinion.
you're putting stuff on TikTok, but it's not blowing.
No, it's not that, I just think TikTok is a horrible way to grasp an audience.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that people really get a sense of you on TikTok, but rather just a small bit. Like I could go on, my stream, be like, all right, give me 1 second chat, right? And then just throw a little bit together,
Yeah.
clip it, and then clip it on or put it on TikTok and it goes viral. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's not who I am. I just wanted that video to go viral, so I followed a trend.
Right.
So
I'm
I think
guilty of it.
that's what a lot of people are understanding that, and that's why a lot of people like you see a lot of Twitch streamers posting on TikTok, and they
Sure.
don't get any viewers
Mm-hmm.
really from it,
Yep.
and it's like, I wonder why.
Even the
Like
people who do blow on TikTok, I've mentioned this before. I'm not going to out him or anything like that, but I know somebody who, um, he streamed for like maybe like 10 people or something like that, and he ended up blowing up on TikTok really, really big because Elden Ring came out. And for a second, he was streaming to like 30, 40, 50 people. So you can tell that his TikTok audience was coming over to his Twitch.
right.
And then a couple months later, I go and I see he's streaming for fucking 12 people and he's been streaming for 4 hours and he's playing Elden Ring.
Yeah, I
So,
think that it's a grasp of For You page, right? And so I have a guy who I used to watch a lot on Twitch, his name's Enoch, and Enoch blew up crazy on TikTok, and, like, he was averaging, like, almost 2K viewers. Now he's at 200, right?
wow.
And it's like you grasp a little bit of an audience, but you're not on the For You page anymore, so technically your relevancy has gone away.
Mhm. I
And,
agree.
like, that's what everybody tries to be. I wanna be relevant. It's like, instead of trying to be relevant, try and be better than or be unique or be something different than everybody else,
I
because
100%
that'll
agree with
stand
that.
you out.
I 100% agree with that. I feel like everyone, it goes back to what you said. It's very easy to just sit down in your nice little gaming chair, you turn your PC on, you open up OBS and you push start streaming and you're just sitting there fucking playing. But I say it all the time, bro. What makes you, and not you, I'm just saying in general,
Right, right.
what makes you fucking different from the next man? If I line up 20 streamers and I look at each and every one of their streams, what makes you stand out? And
Exactly,
and
yeah.
that's what I feel like people really need to grasp and people need to figure out.
Oh, 110%.
I think honestly, when it comes to growing on Twitch, I think it's better if you try to blow on YouTube first.
I just grasp in a different platform. I think that's the best way. It's like grasp on Instagram, grasp on Twitter, grasp on like one of those platforms that is more engaging, more uh user based, I should say,
Hmm.
where it's like you are only mattered to like with TikTok, you can get views and you can be put on a For You page. With Twitter and Instagram, you can get views. You ain't gonna be put on a, an
No,
explore page.
right,
You gotta get the engagements.
right.
You gotta get the actual like people wanna engage in that sort of context, right? And so I think it gets to a point of people are thinking, "Oh, TikTok's so easy because all these bigger content creators are telling them the easiest way to liquidate and get your name out there is go post on TikTok because TikTok is the biggest algorithm and it changes every single day." And it's like, "No, that's actually wrong because you're going to be relevant for one day and then you're going to be even less relevant the next
Hmm. You
because
have to be really, really consistent.
you got that dopamine of that, 1.2 million views, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna get it again," and then you post another day tomorrow, same time, same type of video, and they're like,
Yeah, and it doesn't blow as much as the
it
other.
gets 100 views, and you're like, "What?"
Yep, yep.
So,
It's rough, man. It's really, really. It's hard, dude. It's
yeah.
hard. I've been at it with the YouTube for like what, like fucking over a year, and it's not fucking easy, man. It's easy to get burnt out. It's easy to stop coming up with new ideas. And that's a big thing, especially if you're on TikTok, bro. Unless you're one of these people that make a fucking 10-second TikTok of just some nonsense, and that just blows. That could be, but making quality content on a consistent basis is hard, bro.
So I feel like people just overthink it though. Like, I watch a couple people that literally put no efforts into their videos, and they're actually, like, entertaining.
Yeah.
I think that, like, YouTube is kinda like testing your waters. It's like, "Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works.
Right.
Let's see if this works." Once something works, okay, let's start making those videos.
Yep.
And then once that stops working, alright, let's figure that out again,
Yep.
right? Let's test the water, test the water, test the water, test the okay, we found something, let's dive into that. Right, I think it's just breaking down it into pieces and just doing what you wanna do as a creator instead of, like, what other people wanna do, because I feel like that's what makes it hard. Like, when I'm in your chat, I'm popping off different, like, words and different stuff because I'm just brainstorming all the time,
Mhm.
and it's like, what I would wanna do with my streams, like, people tell me all the time, "Get out of Apex, get out of Valorant, get out of these super saturated games."
Mhm.
You're not the streamer. You're not OneMicSchein.
Right.
I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and the viewers that I have and the viewers I hold enjoy what I do, and that's all that
And
matters
that's
to me.
that's what's most important. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to have fun
Exactly.
doing
Yeah,
this. Like
yeah.
you shouldn't have to turn a game on just because it's not saturated in hopes that you're gonna grow. If that's not gonna make you happy, then don't fucking do it.
Yeah, yeah. Which I've thought about, like, switching over because like, first person shooters are getting a little repetitive,
Hmm.
I should say.
Yeah.
I think about maybe hitting some Warframe up, maybe more Conan,
Yeah.
maybe Ark again. I don't know.
I would definitely say stick with the Conan Exiles, man. It's at like a
The
good
game is
little sweet spot.
wild.
Hmm?
The game is wild.
Yeah. I
Like,
never I've seen it,
holy,
but I
it's
don't
a
know.
it's a fun game.
It's dope.
It'll get you grasped in.
All right, number 4. Are there any popular streamers, 1K viewers and up, that you enjoy watching?
I have 2 that really have inspired me to stream, but I wouldn't say I, like, really enjoy I love watching them, but I don't really watch them that much, right? Timmy.
Okay.
He really inspired me to stream because he always said, like, I was a weird kid. I wasn't, like, the most popular kid, I wasn't the smartest, but I decided to do this, and it worked out. And then Nice Wig, he's just more of, like, he gets a personality of mine, like, he's still that kinda, like, joking around, gonna mess with you, fuck with you, whatever, but also at the same time is gonna be super nice, super friendly, super, welcoming into his channel. I think that both those people combine, like, the skill of Timmy and then, like, the personality of Wig, bring them together, that's who I wanna be,
Okay.
right? Is it's like, I wanna be engaging with my audience. That is something that I want, like, a lot of big streamers don't do, and I get it, your Twitch chats, blowing up like crazy, but it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I will get overwhelmed and read everybody's message every single stream. I don't care
Okay.
because that is like I always felt bad, dude, when people came into my chat or not my chat, when I came into their chat and they just don't read it. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you got, 100 viewers, I get it, but your chat's not going that crazy. And even
Yeah.
like, I've had Timmy reply to me, I've had
Nice.
Nicewig reply to me on Twitch, and it's like, they read chat, they just choose what they want to say, like
Yeah.
reply to, and that's different to me. I want to just,
When your chat is going though, like you can't really fault them
oh yeah,
for
no, 110%. It's just more
missing,
of like, well, a lot of it's emotes.
Yeah.
So, a lot of it's just emotes and stuff, so but, like, when there's questions popped up or, like, if I see mentions in my name, like, I wanna read it.
Got you. I got you.
Yeah.
With me, I asked a couple. I asked a few streamers this question that we're touching on now, and a good few of them said that they don't watch streamers over 10 or over 1K, and I mean to each his own. I don't understand that though because I liken it to, like, let's say you're a baseball guy, right? Um, if I'm an up and coming ball player, I'm not going to look at double A guys and be like, "Oh, I want to be like them." I'm going to look at the pro ball players. Do you see what I'm saying now? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I think I would be doing myself a detriment if I didn't pop into a XQC stream once in a blue, or Code Carnage, or fucking even Amaranth for that. It's but you laugh, but I do it strategically.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason why is because these people are popular for a reason. Okay. And well, maybe Amaranth was a bad example, but they're popular and they blew up for a reason. So if I'm trying to do the same, I'm not gonna fucking sit in somebody's stream unless I really like the person and they're just sitting on 50. I'm gonna watch the person that's sitting on 5,050 because they're obviously doing something different. And
Right.
I'm always the type of person that I love to take ideas and kind of just mush it up into like one big ball and then just like what you said. You want to be a hybrid of this person and that person, but make it your own. I think it's very, very important for us to look at the people who have actually made it and study that and try to emulate it ourselves.
But I also think with that, you can get stream tips from that, dude, just watching them and being like, how they engage with their audience, how they're like, dude, nobody wants to watch a streamer that's just playing a game. Turn on some music if you're gonna shut up the whole time,
Right. It's
'cause
true.
I'm bored. I'm just
Right.
gonna be honest with you, I'm bored. I've watched so many people that have 3 to 4 viewers and then complain about, "Why do I have 3 to 4 viewers all the time?" But you're not making any content that's actually engaging for the audience. Like, I have streams like that, dude, where I just shut up the whole time,
Yeah,
and I'm like, "I'm just gonna chill out, it's gonna be a fun day, if you wanna chat, chat, whatever." But there's some days where I'm like that, and that's just I'm not expecting a good engaging viewership that day. I'm turning on music and I'm shutting up.
right, right.
But if you're gonna do that every stream, this ain't the fucking platform.
No, it's not.
Because if you can't just yap, 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 yap,
You're
yap,
not
yap
gonna make it
for no.
unless you're a god tier gamer.
Right, right. Unless your gameplay is different or not different, better than everybody else's,
Yeah,
you
like
can go
Shroud. Like Shroud doesn't have to really say a lot
right,
and talk a lot
but
because
I think he still has to get that engagement.
that he's like so good at everything that he plays that people almost like I feel like people like kind of just marvel at it and just like
Yeah,
they're
I mean, he's
mesmerized.
a legend, you know, he's won so
Yeah.
many tournaments and done he's older
Right.
too, so, like, he's been in the space for a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think just watching bigger streamers will get you, like, a sense of becoming a better streamer yourself, more engaging, more interactive.
I
Maybe
mean,
you
you
pop
see right here, you see half of the wheel, right?
yeah, maybe you get an idea or something from them, you know?
I got this idea from I think what it was a mix between a couple people because I've seen people do the digital wheel, you know, and that's cool. But then I was watching Mizkif, and Mizkif he fucking streams for tens of thousands of people, and Mizkif
Yeah,
had one of those in the background, and I'm just looking. He wasn't really doing anything with it, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, what if I got one? And like not just digital. What if I got a real fucking wheel? And so I took that from him, and then my first stream back was yesterday, and it was pretty fucking good,
it
and
was
and
great.
it got a really good
You
reception.
kept
So
me you kept me engaged the whole time I was at work, and that's hard to do.
that's it. That's it,
Yeah,
bro.
if you can keep me engaged, you're doing something right. If you can't, then, well,
You don't have the best
you
attention
might
span.
not that, it's just, like, I get bored if you're not doing like, when I watch Apex streamers, I get bored a lot of the time because all they're doing is,
It's just gameplay. That's it. Yeah.
you know, and
Right.
you're like, "Eh."
Yeah. I got you.
I like watching a lot of just chatting. Like, dude, if you're, like, a just chatter streamer and you can just pop off,
Yeah.
bro, I commend you, dude. Cause
Yeah.
like, that's what one thing that I've always wanted to do was a just chatting stream, but I don't have the most engaging audience when it comes to that, so, like, I just play games, and if people come and chat, they chat, and this kinda like a just chatting for me, but, like, I remember I had one just chatting stream, and it was with my girlfriend.
I remember that.
Dude, that one popped off, I had so much fun, like, I wanna do another one, but, like, I'm too addicted to gaming.
Yeah. I think people they think about the word streaming and automatically liken it to gaming,
Yeah.
which this actually brings us to the very next question that I have. Number 5, what is your take on hot tub and ASMR streamers?
I don't know, I don't really wanna say I hate them because I don't, but I also think that, like, your terms of service is kind of like you're just like, the best way to say this is you're trying to
Push the
get
boundaries as much as you can.
push yeah, yeah, that
Mm,
the yeah. I mean, you're just like, "Okay, let's see how skimpy I can get without getting banned," right?
okay.
And I don't think that
You don't
I
respect
actually
that?
find it more disrespectful
Okay.
is in a sense because it's like Twitch was not like this 2012 through 2018.
Right.
I think that when people came into play and were like, "Okay, we're gonna make Twitch more of a IRL thing," and then they're like, "Let's do hot tub streams," where guys are just making out with girls or like that's just like, okay, let's cater to the horny audience, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like, let's cater to everybody.
Right.
So I take it a little bit of a disrespectful thing for like, why are you gonna like use yourself for views?
Mhm. But let me ask you this, right? So, in to respond to that, you say that the horny audience, right? There's there's an audience for people who like to watch Apex. There's an audience for people who like to watch hot tub streamers. What makes them different? It's all about the type of content that you like to ingest. Some people are just horny toads and want to
Yeah.
watch, can you blame the streamer
No.
for providing that service to them, especially when they're doing it within the terms of service and they're getting their money?
I don't know. I don't know. You can't blame the streamer, but I think it's unnecessary.
Okay.
Is kind of my thing. Is like Amaranth could be a massive streamer without those.
Hmm.
It's just she sees the monetary value it has given her
Yeah.
on top of she is now able to she actually had it like she has opportunities with this, right? OnlyFans, all those sort of things. Dude, she's making bank.
Yeah, she's
And it's
multi-millionaire.
only because of that. And like, yeah, I think there's an audience for that. I think that there's nothing wrong with it if you want to watch it, but I'm just like, for me, it's unnecessary. I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. Number 6. What is the earliest memory you have with video games?
Earliest memory would be me playing Guitar Hero on the Wii
Wow. Holy shit.
and hitting a perfect game on the Wii and Wii bowling 4 times in a row.
Nice. How old were you? You remember?
That's probably like 8, 7 or 8.
Wii
Uh,
Sports was the shit.
yeah, 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 yeah.
What was it? It was bowling, baseball, tennis, and boxing. I think the original.
Golf,
It had golf too. That's right. Wii
frisbee.
Sports was great.
It had a frisbee golf one too.
Yeah, man. I used to have, oh man, good times playing that. I would have my buddies over and we'd all be playing fucking like the boxing and shit. We would just get
Dude,
drunk and
I
play
had so much
boxing.
fun playing this Donkey Kong game on the Wii. You have to like so pretty much what you have to do is like this with your controller, right?
Hmm.
And it'll like when you do that, the faster you move it, the faster Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong goes, and it's like a racing game,
Oh
dude.
shit. Okay.
It was crazy. So it was a 1v1, and like me and my brother would just, as fast as we
Going ham.
could,
Nice.
trying our best.
Yeah, the Wii. I think the Wii was the beginning of when games stopped, or how do I want to phrase this? Like the Wii was so innovative, and like it made it like you don't just have to sit on the couch with a controller in your hand to play video games anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you
I mean,
like
it's
you
a very ahead of its time because look at VR.
look at VR exactly. I mean, everything that the Switch does is based off what the Wii did, pretty
Yeah. Yeah.
much.
Yep.
So yeah,
Mhm.
man, the Wii was one of the goats back then. All right, let's see. Number 7. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Dying Light.
Really? The first one?
Dude, yeah. I beat that game 4 or 5 times, and,
Holy
like,
shit. Okay.
I've wanted to get the second one so bad, but I've watched the reviews, so mixed reviews on it,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't wanna play that game, the reason why is because I don't wanna be like, Dying Light is a shitty
You
franchise.
don't want your memory of the first one to be tarnished by the
Because,
second
dude,
one.
the first one was so good, like,
It
the
was great.
storyline, the open world aspect, the parkour, everything was ahead.
Mhm.
Like, that game was so ahead of its time in 2016 that a
Yeah.
lot of people were like they didn't understand how good it was until it was now a dead game, and then they're like, "Oh, man, we miss this game, we wanna be a part," like,
Yeah,
I
I
loved it,
played the
dude.
fuck out of Dying Light 1. I have 2. I started playing it. It's just it's not the same.
Yeah, I just that was me, I can't get onto that, and then I'd say my second would probably be MW2, you know?
Modern Warfare 2? Okay.
Yeah,
Got you. I've never been a COD guy.
that's the best COD of all time,
I
and
played
they're about to
I played Modern
remaster it.
Warfare 2 and 3, but I when
I
when
was a trick shotter.
Okay.
Yeah, so
360
that's
no
what.
scope type shit.
Nah, more like 1080 Insta swaps.
Okay,
I was,
okay.
like, deep into it.
You were nice like that?
Yeah, I was deep into I
Why
used to
don't you stream COD
spend
nowadays?
COD sucks now as a franchise and as a game.
Okay.
It is a horrible game in my opinion. When MW2 comes out though,
Yeah, because they're bringing it back, right?
mhm,
So you're
I'll
gonna
be
be
streaming
streaming it?
that. I'm gonna get back into trick shotting, dude.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and do some, like, old time like, I have an idea with it. It's like, back in the day, I used to watch Cams.
Okay.
Cams was what FaZe used to do for their trick shotting montage. And so, I was like, "Damn," like, I may run back, like, back in the day, like, do new YouTube videos, but make it to, like, it was a throwback and, like, people get nostalgia of watching it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's dope. Wait, so you okay? You played COD back in the day on console, right? So you were using a controller. You play Apex now on mouse and a keyboard? You do.
I play
So
everything.
you play everything mouse and keyboard. How long have you been a mouse and keyboard player?
Shit, probably, like, only, like, 5 months.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. So you picked
not
it
really
up. You
that
picked it
long.
up pretty quickly.
I wouldn't say that. I say I aim trained for, like, 2 hours a day each day for about 2 months.
Okay.
I was dead like, I was grinding to, like, be good at the game, and once you become good at Apex on keyboard and mouse, you can become good at any game.
Okay.
Because Apex is fast,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like, you gotta move your hand, like, quick, and you gotta be able to do all these movement techs with all these different keybinds, and
Right, right, right.
once you learn all that, it becomes easier. I think once you learn Fortnite, I think Fortnite's the hardest to learn keyboard and
Th-
mouse on,
that is what did it for me.
and I think once you get Fortnite in and you can, like, okay, yeah, yeah, know how to build and everything and know what keys to press, then
Yeah.
it's like you can do any game,
I
literally.
was super kind of fucking sketch on playing mouse and keyboard with anything when I got my PC. I got the PC to stream, but I was like playing on a mouse and keyboard. I don't know. I was never a computer guy like back then. You know, I always had a console, always had a controller in my hand. But then I started to play Fortnite on a mouse and a keyboard, and I started to get good at it. And I'm like, holy shit, all right. So then I started trying to play other games and fucking I just recently beat Halo Infinite on fucking heroic and on the mouse and keyboard. And it was so fun playing
Yeah.
that campaign on a mouse and keyboard. And now I'm hooked. I'm mouse and keyboard for damn near everything.
I mean, K is like, I feel like once you get good at a game with it, you're kind of like stuck.
Yeah.
Like you're like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was like, I always say this on stream. It's like, I'm gonna switch to controller. I'm gonna do it. And then no,
No, hell no.
not gonna happen. I may switch though when COD comes out, MW2. I may switch back
See, that's what I
because
was
it's
getting at. So I'm like, so you because you played it
yeah.
on a controller, but now you're on mouse and keyboard. Are you gonna play it on a mouse and keyboard?
I
You should try.
the only reason no is because I feel like that game was catered to console.
Okay.
Right, with remastered, they're not gonna cater to, like, an audience of KBM and controller.
Yeah.
I think that game was meant for controller players, and CODs are actually, like, low-key meant for
Hmm.
controller playing because of aim assist.
Yeah.
Aim assist is a like, it just makes the game easier in a standpoint, and, like, in COD, it's very short and fast-paced in
Yeah.
a small environment, or you're in Warzone, which Warzone's more like that KBM, right?
Right.
Where you can see on Apex, it's kinda the same way with arenas, you see a lot more console kids, and in BR, you see a lot more keyboard and mouse.
Got you. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Number 8. Is there a game or franchise that you absolutely hate?
Battle.net or Battlefly, whatever it is.
Battle Bay what? Which one?
It's the one that made Warzone.
Okay. Got you.
It's like Battle.net or something, the worst, the absolute worst.
Okay. Why? Why do you say that?
Your game will crash, like, 9 times in one day
Okay,
just
okay.
because, like, the anti-cheat's not working, like,
Okay.
what?
I think I meant it
Right?
as like, is there like maybe I can rephrase it. Like, think about like, okay, some people fucking hate Fortnite. Is there a game,
Oh, yeah, okay.
a specific
Okay.
game that you're like, I don't understand why people like it. I fucking cannot stand it. I will never play it.
Don't think like, no, I don't think so, like, I mean, I don't 'cause I'm a big like, I love all sorts of games, right? So I like Mario, I like Pokemon, I'm not really, like,
Same.
a hater of games, but honestly, if I have to say, back in the day, I'm only gonna go off because like, I can't really think of I'm gonna go off of what I would say back in, like, my high school days. Left 4 Dead.
You did not like Left 4 Dead?
Dude, everybody talked about that game, and I
Y-
thought that game was so stupid.
Really?
So stupid.
Wow. Left 4 Dead is beloved, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I may get a little hate for this, but, that yeah, that's the
It just
only game,
wasn't
like
your jam, huh?
people would talk to me about it too, and I'm like, "I don't get it. Don't get the hype."
Okay. They recently came out with Back for Blood, and that game died real fast. It was basically Left 4 Dead, but it died so fucking fast.
And that's the only one I can really think of was Left 4 Dead.
Okay. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's see. Number 9. What is your favorite video game console of all time and why?
Damn. Probably the 360. Xbox 360 was just, like
I
the
agree.
controller was great, the console itself was great besides the Ring of Death, I got that multiple times.
Same.
Uh, and the mods, dude. I used to mod my games like crazy on the 360, and, like, I feel like you can't do that now,
No.
and it's just kinda like
Well, I mean,
you have to root something, you have to, like, get
yeah,
into the console now, and it's like,
yeah.
I used to be able to just plug a
I've seen
flash
people
drive in.
with people put fucking PlayStation emulators on their Xbox One. So I mean you can mod it, but I feel what you're saying. Not like you could with the 360.
Yeah, I used to be able to just go into a website, download a mod pack, and plug it into my, you know, console, and it would just download it onto the game.
Yeah.
You're like, "There you go. I got a mod menu."
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like the 360 was one of the first consoles that really kind of brought this customization aspect to it. Like you could change the way your background looks or your layout, and you can change your avatar and all of that. The Wii did the avatar thing, but Xbox just took it to another fucking stratosphere. Like my dude was decked out in New York Yankees gear. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that was awesome that you could do that.
Dude, that was so dope.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. You could, like, put chains on them and
Hell
stuff, like,
yeah.
I totally forgot about that was, like, holy memory.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The 360 is probably the most innovative console to ever come out, I would say.
Voice messages back in the day.
Yeah, man. The voice and then I remember I had the I had the chat pad. So it was like a little mini keyboard that you slap to the bottom of the shit, and I'm
Yeah.
just fucking just going off. And my friends didn't have it, so they didn't want to get in a text back and forth with me because I'd be sending paragraphs.
Yeah, I'd be on that. I had one of those.
Yeah, man.
I had, like, the Astros, I had the SCUF controller, like,
Yeah.
whole
Yeah,
9
good
yards.
times, man. Really good times. All right, here we go. So the last question in the streaming and gaming related section is number 10. If you were given $3 million to never ever play video games ever again, would you take the money?
3 mil?
3 mil.
No. That's not that much money,
Okay.
in my opinion. Like, I'm not gonna be able to retire off that, I'm not gonna be able to, like, do anything really with that when it comes down to, like, a house, bills, cars, whatever else expenses.
Well, I mean, you could buy a house. You could buy a house with that. You could
Oh,
buy your parents a
110%.
house.
That's just, like, I feel like I couldn't live off that, dude.
You could
I need, like,
invest it and have it work for you.
I need, like, 7.5.
Okay. So even if I were to say, "Hey, here's $5 million to never play video games," really, you wouldn't. Wow.
Nah, dude, it's my escape, dude.
Okay.
My mental would suffer if I could not be on a video game because it's like I can shut off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Money
I
isn't
have I
everything.
well, I have like really bad at like anxiety and insomnia. So it's like when I get down into business, it's like when I can just sit down in a video game and just completely turn off my mind.
Yeah.
That's nice. So I
Okay.
don't think the amount of money could really get me away from this, but 7.5 mil and I'll gladly take a hiatus for a very, 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 very long time.
Yeah. I mean, you can 7.5 mil, that'll get you the dream house, that'll get you the Bugatti that you always wanted.
Yeah, that gets you everything, really.
That gets you every fucking thing right there. Okay. Well, that's it. So now we're going to move on to the speed round. All right. So I'm going to hit you with 15 rapid fire speed round questions. You have to answer them as fast as humanly possible. Are you ready, my good sir?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Number 1, Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes,
Number 2, Mario or Sonic?
Sonic,
Number 3, the White Sox or the Cubs?
Cubs,
Number
obviously.
4, summer or winter?
Summer,
Number 5, cats or dogs?
dogs,
Number 6, Android or iPhone?
iPhone,
Number 7, Coke or Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper.
Number 8, hot dogs or hamburgers?
Neither.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Number 9, swim or fly?
Swim,
Number 10, Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix,
Number 11, Iron Man or Spider Man?
Spider-Man,
Number 12, TikTok famous or YouTube famous?
YouTube famous,
Number 13, American Dad or Family Guy?
Family Guy,
Number 14, theme park or water park?
theme park,
Number 15, Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Nice. Very good, sir. Very nice. All right. And my brother, okay, OneMicSchein, that's my guy right there, if you didn't know, has agreed to the 5 bonus edgy questions. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Number 1, what is your opinion of Joe Biden?
Uh, i- idiot. I mean, I don't hate him as a person. I just hate him as a president, dude. I think that like I just he's got something wrong.
Okay.
Like he needs to like be mentally evaluated. Like, can he remember like what he ate for breakfast yesterday? Like some stuff like that, right?
Okay. Yeah, he's I don't think that an 80-year-old man or however fucking old he is should be the leader of the free world. I don't get it. Like recently, I'm a really big wrestling fan. All right, pro wrestling, WWE, always ever since I was a kid. And recently, Vince McMahon um retired, and because of this whole scandal that's neither here nor there. But we always, as wrestling fans, we always looked at Vince and we were like, "You're not in touch with what we want, what the youth wants." Like maybe in the 90s you were, but not in the 2020s. And
Yeah.
then he left, and now someone else is in charge, and wrestling is like so much better. And I feel the same way about Biden, because it's like, how can you really, you mean to tell me that Joe Biden, right, however fucking old he is, like he's in his late 70s or early 80s or whatever it is, do you really think he has a grasp on the pulse of what's going on in the hood?
No.
No. No.
No.
Absolutely not. So how am I supposed to have faith in a president that I cannot begin to identify with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's why
100%.
there's some, I liked Obama. I get why a lot of people didn't, but at least I could identify with the motherfucker. He can drain a 3. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just think it's like a lot of people just don't correlate with him. He's like, you know, our views are different. And like a lot of people will look at that and be like, well, that's your political standing. And it's like, no, like that's not. That's just my opinion on him as president.
I
Like,
agree.
It's not me being Republican or Democrat
Yeah,
or
same.
whatever else. It's just I have an opinion based on this president, and I think that we shouldn't have a senile old man that may or may not be a clone be in office.
That may or may not be a clone.
Yeah, how your ears come from attached to detached? I mean, that's just
Oh
my question.
shit, I do remember that. I
Yeah,
remember seeing that picture and when that shit came out and they showed him and how his shit. Yeah, I did see that. Joe Biden, if that
yeah,
is your real name, he's a fucking reptilian fucking alien that came here.
yeah, yeah, literally.
Okay.
Queen Elizabeth. Queen
Number
was a reptile.
rest in peace to the queen. All right, listen. Number 2. Do you think drug addicts should be put in prison for having drugs on them, or should the government find a better way to help their recovery?
It depends on what you're using or doing with those drugs, right? If you're like Pablo Escobar, dude, go to jail. But if you're like, just trying to get a fix of on crack, meth, cocaine, whatever it is, and you get arrested for it, I think that there's better ways. Because I feel like when you get arrested for that sort of thing, it just makes you want to do it again.
Yeah,
It's like you're not getting any help, you're not getting any like happiness out of it, more of just like I'm more upset, I'm more sad, I feel more depressed or whatever it is. And then, that could be somebody's breaking point, right? And so I think that if we just, instead of that, just kind of had a facility, a rehab for these people, for the people that actually like are struggling and get them all in a room together, sober them up, and have every single one of them talk about their recovery or their story and why they got on it.
right,
Because I feel like it's just a matter of like you have to feel like you're not alone to be able to make that step. Sometimes it just takes, a lot of that step and be like, okay, I've gone through this myself and I've not needed drugs, right? And they're like, oh, shit. Like that's all I've known, especially some people grow up around that shit.
yeah,
Like your parents do it, you start doing it at a young age. It's like, well, you can't do anything about it. I just think that if we all got together and talked about it instead of just shunning upon it and being like, if you're on drugs, fuck you,
right.
then we could be probably a better society.
Yeah, I mean, every drug addict is also a person,
Right.
also a person with feelings and aspirations, even though their aspirations may be suppressed because they're a drug addict. But you never know. Like, you may see someone walking down the street and it's obvious that they're, homeless or they're a drug addict or whatever. But if they weren't in that situation, if they were given certain opportunities that other people were given, they could be a like an actual member of society, like doing something positive. But
Right.
you'd never know because you threw them in prison. You
Yeah.
like they never it's like you said, people grow up around it, right? Some people's parents are fucking drug addicts, and that shit trickles down to the kid, and then the kid, may live in a poverty stricken area, and he's doing drugs and he's selling drugs because that's all he knows, right?
Yeah.
He never had the opportunity to fucking begin with. He never had a chance, and then he gets nabbed for drugs and he goes to prison for years. That person never even stood a chance at life.
Yeah.
But if we have a way, if we had a better system in place, instead of just fucking locking a motherfucker up to get to the root of the problem and try to help someone's recovery, then we can have more that's a better opportunity for people.
I mean, I feel like the sad reality is a lot of people make the decision of going to rehab after they OD.
Right.
I had a friend of a really close friend of mine in high school. He OD'd in the backseat of my car, and literally after he woke up, he was like, "I need to go to rehab." And
Mhm.
it's like, you've been telling him this for a
Yeah.
long time,
Hmm.
but then it's just like
Some
it
people
had to
some
get
people
to
need to
that
fall on
point,
their face.
and I'm like, I feel like if which I didn't know, like, I felt like I could have talked to him probably better, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but I was young, dude. I don't know that much about, it's still to this day, I'm still young. I don't know much about life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, 21, you're just getting started, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got a whole entire life ahead of you. Okay, number 3. In regards to COVID-19, do you think the vaccine should be mandatory or not?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Put what you wanna put in your body and don't let other people put it into their body. And I'm gonna let you guys know if you did get a COVID vaccine, have fun getting COVID again because I've never had COVID and never gotten a COVID shot.
Okay.
Because my mother has gotten COVID 5 times. My father has gotten COVID 5 times. My, girlfriend has gotten COVID 4 times. Every single one of them have the shot. I have gotten it 0, and I've made out with COVID.
I got the shot after I got COVID. So consider yourself lucky.
But you were, like, on the verge of, like, death when you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it really, really bad. Like I
Yeah, I was
felt
like
like I was gonna die. It
I
was so
remember
bad.
that. You were like, "I was trying to smoke a cigarette outside,"
Yeah.
and you're
It,
like, "I couldn't."
yeah. And it all kind of like my life ended up just changing after that. Like I stopped with the cigarettes and that whole story. But I living in the New York area like I do, like, there was a time where I couldn't do anything without
Right.
having a vaccine card.
I guess, yeah, well, that's different. Like, we live different, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm in Oklahoma, you're in
Yeah.
New York, like, that was not a mandatory thing here.
So when COVID hit in Oklahoma, there was never any kind of like, oh, you need to show a card to go to a restaurant or nothing like that. But you guys had to wear the mask though, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mask mandate was a thing, but you didn't need to get a card.
Okay.
You didn't need, like, and a lot of people, because you do need it some places you go, like, my mom needs it when she goes to, like, Boston. Um, I know people now who are getting fake vaccine cards,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and I'm like, "What the hell, dude? We're on fake IDs first, and now we're
Yeah.
on fake
We
vaccine
graduated to fake
cards."
vaccine cards. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
Like,
S-
whatever.
So you're never gonna get the vaccine. Fuck out of here with that.
I don't really mess with the doctors.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't like doctors.
You
I
don't
feel like
go
they
to the
just
doctor?
No, I go. I'll go to, like, a checkup, right? Like,
Yeah.
check my blood pressure, check that, like, the necessity stuff, but, like, I don't need to be putting flu shots into my body. I don't need to be putting, whatever else into my body because when I do, I always get sick. But when I don't get sick. That's just, I
Interesting
guess,
how
my
that
body,
works.
but
It's funny how that
yeah.
works, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, once I was told that literally you're putting COVID or you're putting the flu into your body, a dead virus
Mm-hmm.
is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why am I just gonna get sick? Like, why am I gonna pay money to get sick?
Mm-hmm. Well, because it's supposed to give you the antibodies to fight it off if you do get it. But
But can't you get the antibodies from just having it?
eh,
I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
look, I last
I'm
year
a
I
business
was on
major.
my conspiracy theory shit. I was like, no, I'm not getting no fucking vaccine. You put a vaccine in me, next thing you know, I got a chip in me, and they're gonna fucking be monitoring me and I was one of those guys. I was, but it wasn't until like my fiance was like, look, she had to get it for her job. There was no way around it because she's a flight attendant, so she's around people all the time, and they were like, no, you have to get it. And so
Yeah,
she had it, and we wanted to go to fucking New York City is right there. We wanted to go to New York and go to a restaurant or go to a play, and you couldn't do it if you didn't have a card. So now it's like, okay, I to a degree I did feel like I compromised my moral standing on it by getting it, but I did it for the greater good of my relationship essentially.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's my mom has it, my dad has it. I feel like if you're like kind of like I'm younger, I feel like younger kids don't really need it, but maybe if you're like older, definitely
Yeah,
try it out.
I don't I definitely don't understand giving a 6-year-old a fucking vaccine shot.
Yeah,
Like
no, I don't either.
they're young. Their immune system is fucking incredible to be able to fight that shit off. Like why do that? I don't know.
Who knows?
All right, number 4. What is your take on gun laws in America? Do you think the average person should be allowed to own
Oh, I
one?
like this one. Oh, I like this one. Okay, so my opinion on gun laws is actually so my brother owns guns, and I'm not really for it.
Mhm.
Um,
How old is your brother?
Same age, we're twins.
Oh, you have a twin.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Like if your brother gets in a fight, do you feel it? Is that how it works with twins?
we have like the twin telepathy though.
You do.
Yeah, that's like a real thing.
Holy shit, is it?
Yeah, like some points, like we'll be like, "All right, what are you thinking for dinner?" And we'll both say it at the same time.
Wow.
Same thing.
Okay. Hamburgers. No, I'll play.
But I think that it just gets to like, I feel like there needs to be restrictions, right? Where you can buy a handgun at 21, but you can buy a shotgun at 18. How does that make sense? Number one, a shotgun can, and this is true. If you get a what they're called buckshot, okay, it's the hardest pellets out of a shotgun, and it's meant to kill a deer. It puts a hole in a deer about that big.
Yeah.
Okay, so that deer has an entire hole ripped out of its stomach or wherever it got shot. Put that to a human,
Yeah.
split in half.
Of course.
It's done. But with a handgun, you shoot them. You're not gonna get dismembered, right? And I feel like it seems more logical to have those because, like, if you can buy a gun at 18 years old, you don't even know like the actual like aspects of life once you get out of high school. Like high school, like once you're in high school, nothing is really hard. It's when you get out of high school that you're like, shit hits the fan,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh fuck, like my life is caught up. And so I think that if you get to a standpoint of like, if we were to restrict it, flip flop it, handgun at 18 and, bigger guns at, I think you should be able to go hunting at 18 with a parent,
Right.
not by yourself.
Right.
Because I've had a kid literally point a gun at me straight, barrel straight to, my forehead while they were hunting and then argued with me about how I don't know shit about gun safety. But you're putting
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that you should take a class. I think that you should have to like, get a mental exam, like,
Agreed. That's
you should
where
go through a full-on background check and
yeah,
all this
man.
whole 9 yards before you can even get close to touching a gun.
I agree 100%.
Like in the UK, the biggest thing they gotta worry about is knife battles, dude. Like
Dude,
who's
I
got the
was
bigger
just
knife?
my last 2 streamer showcases ago was with this dude named King's Court. He lives in the UK. All right, and we had this conversation about gun laws. And he tells me that the like how we have mass shootings, they have mass stabbings, but it's only like 7 or 8 people. And
Sometimes, yeah.
imagine that. Imagine that. How like someone like so, what the dude did at the Mandalay Bay in fucking Vegas a couple years ago. That's some shit that would never happen there, ever. So we have to look at ourselves and try to figure out how we can fucking prevent this.
B&B Rock would never be dead if yeah, he got shot today.
Oh, wait,
P&B
what?
P&B Rock?
PNB Rock got shot today?
Yeah,
Is he dead?
he got yeah. That would have never happened, man, if gun laws were in a play.
Yeah.
Out on a date with his girlfriend, out of a donut shop and just got shot. I was like, yeah, I woke up this morning and saw that and I was like, "Holy cow, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy."
It's ridiculous. I personally think that I mean, I get why people hunt. I guess you got to do it for. Some people do it for sport, which I don't really agree with. I'm not an animal activist by any means, but I do have a soft spot for animals because they can't defend or help themselves from humans. We fucking run the planet. And I think that we should just be a little bit more responsible. And we're not. People just do whatever the fuck they want, and then they blame it on their feelings or they blame it on this person or that person. And it blows my fucking mind. I think the only people who should be allowed to have a gun are law enforcement, obviously military for obvious fucking reasons, or if you're
Farmers.
hunting for food.
I don't think hunting is really a thing you should need a gun for. Go get a bow and arrow. Just saying.
Even
Go
that,
get a go get a bow and arrow if you want to hunt because you can kill a bird, you can kill the only thing you really couldn't kill is like if you're going on like lions or bears or like the big ass animals, the apex predators that will fuck you up,
right?
right? Where you're just a tiny speck on this planet and these big old boys will chase you 60 miles an hour and rip your face off.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But, there's a thing in Arkansas where they literally take people up in a chopper gunner, which I don't find it really bad for this because it does like kill these animals do kill the farmland, but they literally take these people up in helicopters. You just pay a certain amount of money and they give you a minigun and you just mow down a field of just razorbacks,
Jeez.
right? Which isn't like for them it's not bad because they're overpopulated with razorbacks, but the reason that they do it is because it kills farmland. I think the only people that should have guns is military personnel or people who have a military background, law enforcement or people who work at a store or bank at a late night. You need a firearm if somebody were to rob you.
Right.
And then farmers.
Right.
How are you going to kill like stuff that's trying to kill your livestock
Right. Right. Right.
with a gun?
Yeah.
Right? Those I get, but like like for sport and stuff, like go get a bow.
Just a random guy down the street happens to have fucking shotguns and snipers, and it's just like, for
Right.
what?
Well, like down here, like I know a ton of people who hunt, and it's like we have many hunters who truly believe in bow and arrow hunting and only bow and arrow hunting because they believe that that's the right way to hunt because that's how indigenous people hunted,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And so that's how you get clean meat. That's how you get clean like stuff
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like
I feel you.
yeah. But there's also other people who are just like I just want to, kill an animal, take a Snapchat story of it, post it on my story, and be like, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's two
It
different
doesn't.
types. Like, I don't agree with the people that just kill to post
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
or like kills to get like a PR. I think that it's better to like kill for food, like you said, right? Is
Mhm.
kill for something like I know people who do that, and it's like I've eaten their food. Shit's fucking delicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're just killing for sport, I mean, or like money,
Yeah. I don't.
I don't get it.
I don't get that. It's not gonna make your cock any bigger.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
literally.
and I really feel like there's a lot of people out there who get guns and they show off their guns and this and that. Just it's just a flex. That's
Yeah.
it. But it's such an unnecessary flex.
Yeah, yeah. Especially if you have like a Glock.
Right.
I hate those people.
All right, dude. Well, we made it to the last question. So the final question in the bonus edgy questions is this number 5. Do you believe in God? Why or not? Why or why not? Sorry.
No,
You don't.
I should say I'm not a Christian. Really, I'm not an atheist either, though. The reason I say that is I don't believe in God in myself. I believe in God for other people. I believe in a higher power. I believe that there could be a heaven or hell. But the reason I believe in these sort of ways is so I can talk to past people I've lost, right? So I've lost my grandmother, my grandfather, and I can pray to talk to them. not to pray about my life, not to pray to God about, "Oh, please, save me from this or forgive me of my
I got
sins,"
this
or
interview tomorrow. Please help me with it.
yeah,
No.
like, that sort of thing. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I would rather be like, "Hey, I hope you're, taking care of my grandmother. I hope you're taking care of my grandfather. I hope that they're doing well up there. And I hope that there's things that, you can see in them that I saw in them that were very like lights in this world, right? Those sort of things, right? Where I'm like
Well, that's
talking
very
to
Christian what you just said, though.
what I wouldn't say though, because I don't believe in like the Ten Commandments. I don't believe the Bible was ever written by a Jesus. I don't believe Jesus ever walked this earth. I don't like a lot of the
Well,
story
no, the
that
Bible was
revolves
supposedly
around
written by
Christianity,
his
it was
disciples.
written it was written by monks. So, and it was deciphered 38 different ways.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't like I mean, I don't believe like those sort of things really keep me away from it. But like I guess like I should say like the I guess moral is it like not morals, but I guess moral aspect I could say, yeah,
Hmm.
because I have the morals behind it, but I should say more of like just like I don't believe that there's somebody looking down upon me and judging or telling me what I can and can't do,
Yeah.
but rather there is, their spirits go somewhere, and I just want to believe in my in that I'm living right now that that's where they are
So you
because
do
I don't want to
believe
like
in the concept of an afterlife.
yeah,
You do.
but I don't believe in that you can go to like this gated community with white clouds and gold buildings
Right.
everywhere.
And see your dead dog that died years ago,
Yeah, I
and here
mean, I don't
comes
believe in
Spike,
that
and
stuff, but I think
yeah.
that like your spirit does go somewhere, um, whether it be reincarnated, whatever. I don't believe. I'm not like a big believer in science either. Like I'm not a believer in evolution. Like it's just kind of like
You're not a believer in evolution.
nope. I just kind of like just do
How,
my own thing.
how do you think we got here? Humans. The origins of
I
man.
don't think. I think that there is no explanation of how we got here. Because if there were to be an evolution fit theory, we would have seen a monkey turn into a human by now.
Well, I think according to the laws of evolution, that took thousands and thousands of years.
But we've been on this earth for thousands and thousands of years,
Okay.
right? And so we've had technology for, I mean, 200 years or some odd like that,
Hmm.
maybe a little bit longer. And like, yeah, I think at that standpoint, like something would have came out about it. I think that science is very hard to argue with, but I also feel like science is hard sometimes to back up,
Right.
right? So I just believe like I like to believe in what I like to believe in, where it's like, okay, I believe that there's a place for these people that pass away, and then I can have a conversation with them like I didn't lose them, but I don't believe in the fact of like somebody died on a cross for our sins and like
It's a good
Adam and
story.
Eve, like
It's a
it's a
good
great
story.
story,
Yeah.
but I just don't believe in it.
Same.
Like Adam and
I
Eve
don't.
coming out of a rib, like,
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit. And it's like, come on. Like
so
I'm a very logical person. I've been through a lot in my life. Couple days ago was 9/11. My father
yeah, yeah,
passed in 9/11. And I feel like when that happened, I lost the whole concept of God.
right.
That it went out the window so fast for me as a 15-year-old boy in 2001 when that shit fucking happened. You know, um Before that, my mom and my grandparents are all very religious, and you got to pray to God, and God's always there, God's watching you. And then when that day happened as a kid, I started to question all of that shit. I'm like, where was God?
Yeah,
Where was he? Why would he allow 3,000 people to die? And even more people died after because of smoke inhalation and cancer that they ended up getting and died fucking 10 years later because 9/11 related fucking illnesses, right? Why did he allow that? And then I feel like the religious people counter that with, oh, well, God has a plan. There's
No,
always a
I think
plan.
it's the devil. Every single one of them have this point in this. And I've like to tell people this, right? Hell is what you make of it, and hell is on earth. If you believe in the Bible and you've read it, there is a literal standpoint where it says the devil walks amongst us.
Hmm. Yep.
So, and this is what I'm going to reiterate, right? And so, if the devil walks amongst us, right, and the only way to get you put into your hell is to exactly attach a childhood trauma or a whatever you did to like make yourself feel guilty and replay that over and over again, called purgatory,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
And so, the only way for him to do that is to stay on Earth, and is to replicate that room on Earth. And
Yeah.
so, you know, if you were to believe in that sort of thing, then now you have to believe in ghosts, you have to believe in demons, you have to believe in like there's a lot of you have to go into it like a lot of Christians fail to actually, like actually read it. Like sit down and actually read it
Yeah.
and really get those words and what do you interpret from it? Because that's what the Bible's about. What
Yeah.
do you interpret from it? Not what some monk did 200, 300, 4,000, whatever years ago,
Yeah.
right? It's what you make of it and what you as a person. And I feel like that's what a lot of people fail to understand is like if you say like, "Oh, I don't believe in God." Instant shutdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Right.
They get triggered and it's like,
Like people got the Bible shoved so far up their ass that
like
they can't even conceive
but then
how.
the problem is once a man walks up and is like starts talking about it the way that they interpreted it. And the guy's like, the Christian or whoever that thinks that they know the Bible so well is like, no, you're wrong. Well, then right then and there, you just did one of the 10 Commandments. You just fucked up on one of your morals. You just sinned
Hmm. Hmm.
because you're trying to steer me away from my beliefs,
Right.
and that's not God's way. So there's a lot of ways of like, okay, if you truly want to like let's talk about it. Like I like to be really like logical as well and factual with my evidence and I like to be like, okay, hear me out, right? And they'll listen and then I'll listen and I'll be like, I get what you're saying.
Hmm.
I think what you're saying is very interesting.
Hmm.
I have never and I've never looked at it like that.
Hmm.
I don't go into a fact of like, no, you're wrong. This is what I should.
Right. 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 Right.
It's like
Because
that's just
who am I to tell you that you're wrong? But
right.
I feel like with certain Christians or certain very very overly religious people, religious radicals and shit,
I think
they don't give you that back.
right. No,
Like
I
I can be like, okay, I hear you, but you're not hearing me just because we have a different like humans. I feel like humans we're so fucking stupid and brilliant at the same time,
amen.
and I understand why the Bible is needed, right? Some people are so dumb that they need the 10 commandments to tell them thou shalt not kill, you dumbass. If because they wouldn't know otherwise, right? But
Right.
it's a good story to look forward to when you die. I've always compared the Bible and heaven and hell to fucking Christmas, dude. It's the same shit. If you're a good little human, you're going to go to heaven. If you're a bad little human, you're going to go to hell.
I don't agree with that. Reasons why is God accepts everybody. I feel like you have your chance. I
but,
feel
but
like you
but but
have
do you see how the conversation is always going to go in circles?
right, but the thing is like you know, when it's like God accepts, I feel like you just get a chance. Like there's a certain break like, I get what you're saying. It's like there's a certain breaking point, dude, like where you're automatically going straight down, right? But I feel like, like if you robbed a bank, dude, you could have a chance.
You could, but if you robbed a bank and you killed 3 people while doing it,
Yeah, then yeah,
you can
that's the
still have a chance because God forgives, right?
maybe I don't know.
Who the
It
fuck?
is I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. It's just
It's so
it's
confusing. I feel like it's just like interpret it. get it the way you want it, and then let's all accept each other whichever way you do it.
Right. I am more so intrigued by the concept of aliens existing
Same.
or not.
Space.
Like the whole God thing, it's like y'all can have that. I get it. You need it. I don't need it. That's fine. I'm thinking more. I'm
I'm
thinking
thinking
so
of like
much
the
bigger.
universe. Like I think of the universe of like how we're just literally just this tiny little dot
Yeah.
in this whole world
Yep.
of different dimensions. Like
And galaxies and shit. Like the Milky Way galaxy is a tiny little fucking dot compared,
yeah,
right?
exactly. It's like, damn, dude. Like, holy. Like, I think NASA just released a picture of like three different galaxies, three like new galaxies.
Hmm.
That would look sick. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, we don't know what. And they found, what's funny is I tell this to people is if you don't believe in aliens, you're an actual idiot. Reasons why? What is the ocean? The ocean is a whole different planet. It's not Earth. It's a whole different ecosystem. It is a
Yeah.
whole different biome
Yeah.
in our world.
Yep.
Like there are fish that look like have human lips. They have fish that are fast that like
Yeah.
it's a whole different those are aliens. We can't live down there,
Right. That's true. That
you
is
know?
true.
And we haven't even explored 75% of it or whatever.
Yep.
So it's like
You know that there's creatures in the ocean that we haven't even discovered yet.
there's aliens living amongst us, everyday life in the ocean that people are like, no, that's wrong. And it's like, okay, well, if you don't believe in that, then explain these creatures that can live at thousands of depths below the surface and have evolved into having bioluminescent
Yeah.
gills or even skin.
Right.
I can't,
In comparison to us, in comparison to cats
I
and
can't,
dogs,
I
they're
can't illuminate
they're
like,
alien, pretty much.
yeah, like I can't illuminate like that. I can't, like, you don't see those things. Like,
Right.
those are alien features.
Right.
So it's like, I
Listen,
believe
man,
in that shit so hard.
I can go on about fucking God and the universe and aliens forever, bro.
Me too, me too.
But what I want to do, like I did the last streamer showcase where I had us four. It was me, Baron, Griffin, and It's a Jersey thing. I
Yeah,
want to do that again, but I want to do it with four new people, and I would like you to be one of them.
for sure.
And I'm gonna have to put that feeler out there, but I would love to have you back on so we can continue this conversation and get even deeper. This is the point now where give us your schedule so I can make the graphic come up right under your face, and we can wrap things up, brother.
Well, I'm not really a big scheduler when it comes to my streams. I just kind of get on when I can due to being in college, but
Okay.
I'm on almost every day, right? Is you see,
Yeah.
like if I can get on, I'm on. So like, the best way what I tell people is just check Twitch.
Okay.
Check Twitch, and if you see me, come hang out. If not, then be like, hey, pop in my Discord, be like, hey, you coming live today? And I'll let you know because I'll be like, oh, sorry. But, most of the time my schedules will be like Monday through, we'll just say Monday through Sunday, 4 p.m. to like 2 a.m., 1 a.m.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I'll put that there. All right. Any last words, bro?
nope. Have a good one. Enjoy. I hope everybody enjoys the episode. Leave a like, subscribe,
What he said.
subscribe,
Yes, please. Subscribe.
like, and comment.
Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube jargon. Follow this man on his socials. I'm going to put your socials in the description below. Follow your boy Generico. I'll catch you guys in the next streamer showcase. Have yourself a good one. We're out of here.
This is the love making. This is the love making.